Good evening. My name is Tim. I am a father of two. I live on a little blue marble in space. A thin film of air and water surround this marble. This is my home. Please raise your hand if you live here too. Oh, I see a few aliens in the audience. Yes, this is our home. This is your home, this is our home. Our marble is fragile. Either we take care of it, or we will suffer the consequences. Nature is a harsh mistress. Our Earth is threatened. Greenhouse gases are warming our planet and causing increasing wildfires. We've had many of these in California. Raise your hand if you've had friends or family affected by wildfires in California. Yeah, it hurts. Floods. We've had many of these in the US and some in California. We've had some mudslides in California. I had a friend of mine, her family was flooded out in Houston. Their home was destroyed. How many of you have had people affected by floods, or friends in your family? Yeah. Superstorms, Katrina, Sandy, Maria. Bomb cyclones on the East Coast. Have any of you experienced any of those or had friends or family that have been affected by any of the superstorms? Yeah, there are a few of us here. Droughts. This is one we know well in California. How many of you have had to conserve water? Pretty much everyone. Additionally, plastic pollution is destroying our oceans and our environment worldwide. In addition to creating extra greenhouse gases. Here is a beach on a remote island in Hawaii. Look at all that trash where no one lives. What are these? Anyone recognize them? These are toothbrushes that were washed up in Midway Island in the middle of the Pacific. What was a toothbrush doing way out there? This is a baby albatross that died from eating plastic on a remote Pacific island. As far away from humans as you can get, thousands of miles from the nearest human habitation. Yet our pollution killed it. This baby bird was the trigger that caused me to go zero waste. What if my own kids died from eating plastic like this baby bird? Should we sit back and do nothing? Or do something? Raise your hand if you'd like to do something about this. Thank you. We do not need to wait for our governments or corporations to do something. We can take immediate action ourselves today. An action you can do is going zero waste. It is a simple approach to saving our world, and it's something we all can do. Zero waste is my passion, and I hope it'll become your passion, or is your passion now. I am a married, middle-aged, half Indonesian, half European guy. Seeing and experiencing the damage that our pollution and global greenhouse gases are doing to the world flipped me over to zero waste. Plus, I did not want my kids eating plastic like that baby albatross I showed you earlier. And if I can do zero waste, any of you can go zero waste as well. By pursuing zero waste, we can save a ton of money, some really big bucks. I hope all of you want to save some money rather than throwing it in the trash. We can improve our health. We we can reduce pollution and protect our environment. And ultimately, save our world for our kids, for all of you out there. Kids drive my passion for zero waste. Kids are our future. For me, it is all about our kids and the legacy we leave them. So how do we go zero waste? It is really as simple as reduce, reuse, recycle. A familiar refrain to most of us. By reducing, reusing, and recycling, I was able to reduce my trash from my household of 2 adults and 3 dogs. In a month, this is all the waste that I have generated, and my wife and our 3 dogs. I reduced and recycled to get here, and you can too. The best way to start is to look in your own trash cans and pick some things and decide that, hey, let me try not to throw that out next time. What can I get rid of? How do I avoid that? So let's go through a typical day to see how I have dealt with a variety of everyday items that I no longer throw out. So in the morning, I get up, I take a shower, and I shave. Uh-oh. Whoops. Uh-oh. I've been left with a disposable razor. So what can I do about that? How can I not trash it? Well, now I shave with a safety razor. This is a reusable razor, and I buy all metal blades. I have no plastic. And when the blades are dull, I drop them into this can here. It's just a soup can. You can get one from a relative or from a friend, or you can buy some broth and then cut a hole in the top. So I put my blades inside of this can so that the whole thing can be recycled at a scrap metal facility, like we have in Sunnyvale at the Smart Station. And this saves me quite a bit of, well, saves me a little bit of money, $4 to $25 a year. If I use these disposables on the side, like Gillette Good News, it saves me, just a little bit over that. But a lot of people like the Mach 5 special razors, and those are really expensive. You can save a lot more money. And my shave with my safety razor is just as good as with the disposable razors I used to use. And I no longer generate any shaving waste. Next, I have breakfast. I had eggs. What do I do with those eggshells? In Sunnyvale, they go into the food scraps bin. And if you live in Cupertino or Los Altos, they go in the compost bin. So that one's easily taken care of. In fact, our local cities have made it easy to recycle rather than trash stuff. Just follow their instructions and slightly change the direction of where you drop your waste. Put it in the proper bin. Recyclables, compost, food waste, all in its proper place. Easy. After breakfast, I brush my teeth. But now my toothbrush and my toothpaste tube and floss are all used up. So what do I do with them? Well, I drop them off at an oral care recycling facility. I've never heard of an oral care recycling facility before, have you? Well, as it turns out, you can find out where one of these is located by checking out Sunnyvale's How to Get Rid of Anything website. And there you can learn where to drop off your toothbrushes and toothpaste tubes, and a lot of other things that you may not know how to get rid of. So I hope you'll check this out and just pick something and figure out how to get rid of it the right way. Okay, so now I need to go to work. Look at this. I'm going to generate a lot of greenhouse gases driving that gas car. What should I do instead? Well, I bike. I bike pretty much everywhere. Bicycling instead of driving a car results in huge savings, $6,000 a year, or $120,000 over the lifespan, 20-year lifespan of a typical automobile. That's a lot of money you can save. Plus, this is a major reduce. I have no greenhouse gases, very little trash, it's healthier, and it's much less traffic congestion on our local roads. Cars are really expensive because you have to pay for the car insurance, car registration, fuel, car maintenance, car parking, and of course you also have to pay for a gym membership because you're not getting enough exercise. But in my case, I'm biking, so my transportation is my exercise. And while I'm at work, whoops, there's my slide for this. Sorry for biking. While I'm at work, I have big savings. I've got solar panels on my house, so while I'm working, my solar panels are working and saving me about $1,000 a year and no greenhouse gases. We live in sunny California with free sunshine and raining down on roads most of the time. So why not use it? Use it. After work, I stop by the grocery store to pick up some meat for dinner. Wow, look at all of that plastic. What should I do with it? Or what will I do with it? It turns out I buy all of my meat in my own reusable containers. I just bring my container to the butcher counter and they put whatever meat I want into it. So I have no plastic to throw out. Safeway, Zanotto's, and Whole Foods all let you bring your own container to the butcher counter or to get vegetables or to go to the bulk food bins. So you do not have to buy disposable plastic or bags around your food. So you have no trash. So this is why I don't buy using my reusable zero waste kit is how I don't buy any trash. I have reusable shopping bags. I have reusable muslin produce bags. I've got my reusable containers. And I've got some masking tape here to label my containers so I can put the product code on it so when they check it out at the counter, at the checkout stand, they know what to do. Shopping with reusable containers results in a modest savings. But it's a huge trash reduction. This is the biggest thing that I've done to reduce my waste and why I've been able to get it so low. I don't buy trash anymore. One last note, if you have other things you can get rid of that maybe are useful to other people, sell them at a yard sale so they don't have to throw them in the trash. And if you can't sell them, try free cycling them. How many here have free cycled before? Excellent. So free cycling is really simple. If you have something you no longer need, you send an email out to your free cycling group in your area. Some people respond, you pick one of them, and then you just arrange a transfer of it. I typically leave my items out on my driveway. So they come by, pick it up, and away it goes with no effort from me really, other than communicating by email a little bit. So free cycling is an easy way to get rid of stuff you no longer need. And if you want to find out other free cycling sites in the area, you can go to freecycleforever.org or just Google free cycle name of my city to find a free cycling group near you. These are just a few examples of how to go zero waste. There are many, many more. For more suggestions, you can visit zerow.org or the many different internet sites about zero waste. Going zero waste is a process. We keep working at it, step by step. We get better with each step we take and the new habits we develop. Individually, we can do a little. Together, it all adds up, and we can do a lot. With the right lever, we can move the world. And for all of us, and especially our kids, move the world we must. In this case, the choices we make, these choices are our votes, are the lever we need to use. Vote with your fingers by choosing where you put stuff. Vote with your feet by walking or bicycling instead of driving. Vote with your wallet by not buying trash. Vote with your voice by sharing what you do with other people. Vote at the ballot box so our government can help you along your way as well. Vote for zero waste. We all live together on our tiny spaceship Earth. Let's all take good care of it, passionately. Thank you.